huge difference maker between the pro team and the pro mentality than the amateur mentality. And that's one of the things that these guys need to realize, that if you still go down in any game, or if you still go down in any series, it is not over until you're wrapping up your controllers and walking off that stage.
Now, you mentioned you like Lethal in this matchup, Tom. How would you compare Lethal to like an Allegiance or other teams in this tournament? What are your expectations for Lethal, if not only this match, but throughout the rest of the tournament if they were to go through?
I think Lethal is a team that could probably be around that same skill level as maybe of, a Here for Fun, probably right below them, I would say.
Okay.
I still think that having someone like Flame Sword and having, a young gun also like Claim, there's just a little bit too much firepower and teamwork coming out from a team like Here for Fun. But I do think that Lethal is in that kind of category that Ghost is touching base on, how they're going to be the new wave of players. These guys, we saw how great Eli is, so we're going to find out right now, actually.
All right, let's do it. It's Lethal versus Velvet. The crowd's excited. Let's get continued with the Halo World Championship Las Vegas qualifier at Strongholds on Plaza. And I get to throw it to Sims and Golden Boy. Take it away, guys.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for some overhyped play-by-play extraordinaire.
Right. We're heterosexual life mates.
This is the first time we have ever cast together. There's probably a good reason for that. But nevertheless, we're kicking things off with Kais Lethal Gaming versus Velvet. We mentioned that we do know the owner of Velvet Gaming, the red beard legend that is Mr. Red Velvet himself.
My FFA nemesis. If anyone has, if like 50 people who've watched my stream, if you have, you'll know that Red Velvet is my FFA nemesis. But this guy is awesome. Super glad to see him, and his team at this event. But all right, so we're going to be looking already at a trip cap here for Lethal. And one thing T-Squared said early on that was very interesting there, Sims, was that, you know what, he feels like this Lethal team is just so much individual skill that they might be able to come out on top over Velvet Gaming, specifically because of that talent that they possess.
Yeah, but you've got to watch out for Velvet Gaming. There's a lot of talent on there, and I've been watching these guys for a while now, where you've seen them at various North American events. Certainly, definitely, you look at the names, you recognize them, whether it's from matchmaking or whether it's from those events. We'll see Eccentric fall. Juicy Fruit's going to go down. That's Eli. It's Eli Elite with a double kill. We'll find his POV looking for that triple. Doesn't quite land it. We're going to see Sion Izzle as well, picking one up in the kill feed there. Storm Rifle comes out, goes one-on-one with Eccentric. Eccentric at 6, the challenge. He will be pushed down underneath the loop. Get a couple of shots off, though. He is at least 0 shields there. So we're going to see one up, finish it off. Never mind. There's a chase.
Give him the business
Around. Gives him the Quinn Del Hoyo. Down he goes. Double kill in hand as well.
Right. Name a more iconic duo than Quinn and his Storm Rifle.
32-0. There we go. Rock and roll. The points are going in once again, Alex. They're pushing this triple cap.
Yeah, they are going to maintain this one, and Lethal is showing up big time against Velvet here. Something I did not expect. I thought we see a little bit more of a fighter, especially as we mentioned before, with the names that we've seen, in this Velvet team, Eccentric and Juicy Fruit players who really make a name for themselves at the beginning of Halo 5. They're nice play there, I should say, from Soul Snipe, who was able to just give him the business with that EG Magnum.
Beautiful, beautiful reverse there. We can actually see. Let's look at Bomex's POV. Bom obviously making name himself in Halo 5. We were talking about him back at Fall Season Finals and how all that went down. We're going to see at least this go into the hands of the Lethal Gaming roster, so the point's going to go back on the board. Yeah, the amount of times it gets you. 2 players there dipping out again. Have a look across Eccentric's POV because of the caster. We go on board with him and he dies. Jeriso, we've not given him love yet. And as I say that, Alex, he's picking up a double, trying to stay alive. Top mid will drop down. They just try and hide away there to clamber back up, looking up at S4. He knows he wants to take this position. There's no one below him. His teammate has fallen down, but the nades are coming in thick and fast from over at Cafe.
Oh, yeah, and you know what, though? He has to be so mindful of that, but he has friends just, backing him up on that one. That's going to give him that trip cap yet again, and they're shooting bodies. They're feeling it, man. They are feeling it. Look at this cheeky little jump here. This is a Sims jump right there. I tell you, that's someone who spent a lot of time.
That's definitely not a Sims jump. That's definitely not a Sims jump.
That's not a Sims jump.
No, if it was a Sims jump, I would have missed the clamber twice.
Yeah, exactly. You would have missed the clamber twice and then ground pounded unnecessarily for some reason and then exited out of the game. So that would have been the Sims jump there.
Jeriso using really good maneuvers there to at least stay up here on the pipes. 2 people on the radar. Storm rifle in hand. He's just bouncing up and down. Hopefully no one knows where he is. BR's there as well. Comes around the corner looking down the tunnel. But the BR does fire back. 1, 2, 3 bullets coming out. At least he will stay alive. 60 points, so the time is ticking along. Distraction medal also will drop down. Let's move across POV. He's gone on board with Kais. He has just died. He's going to be coming off the respawn. His teammates are taking yards, so Triple Cap's going to bounce back into full effect once again. Checking bottom mid, coming out of driveway. One person looking down on dip. He just saw him there for a second. Was no shields. He realizes that Nest is getting contested.
Oh, man.
Doesn't realize there's 2 of them, though, Alex.
Yeah, basically, like, Red Velvet's entire family was just there waiting for them at that point because there was just so many bodies. But they're clearing them out, though. Able to come out on top, though, with Juicy Fruit, but he'll get stopped right away. And that is going to be 2 down here. And off the respawn, that is something that you just do not want to see if you are Velvet Gaming. Just losing so much control early on. There goes Bomax. He's just giving them the business, man. And can't follow it up, though. That will be Eccentric, who was able to get that kill there. Juicy Fruit now on the move. Knows that there's going to be someone below him that he needs to protect here. And shots coming out of the loop, too. But I like that, you know, that push that's coming out of them, right? A little heads-up play. Just can't follow up with a player. That was 1 shot there, and that was Eli.
Eli's still trying to get shields back then.
But
Yep. Well, he's moving back. Grenades are going down. No hit markers falling there. Eccentric will take down Bomax. You can see in the kill feed. He'll be coming back off of the respawn, taking a look down at the hotel. One player's behind the garbage truck, but he is getting tanked up as well from S4, so he needs to be extremely careful and mindful of that player there. Hits the splinter nade. No one's there to receive any damage from it, but at least blocks off the front so no one can move forward. Person still there. It's going to be Shizzle, just taking a quick look, or Shionizzle, should I say.
Yeah, he's
That's a hard name to say.
Yeah, he's the Shizzle, you know, for sure. I mean, in the words of the immortal Snoop Dogg. I really have no follow-up.
No, I was hoping for something.
Yeah, because I could have gone really far, but I think I may be fired. Like Tashi would probably show up and be like, "Hey, bro, can't say that in the middle of the cast, man." So you know, just gotta reserve myself here. You know,
Eli
the kids
Elite.
aren't ready for it.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Eli Elite. Just have a quick
ready.
look at top mid there. He's going to at least interesting challenge to jump out, but he's still getting bullets, and he does get some support as well. Jeriso going to help him out. Soul Snipe with a perfect on Jeriso to answer back. Bone falls down to Shine Izzle. Soul Snipe takes out Eli Elite. Everyone's dying on the board at the moment. I am going to go across with Juicy Fruit. Seems to be the only one alive. They are getting a little bit back in this one, but he needs this to be a big important kill. But unfortunately, we look across straight by Cafe. They will take him down, so that stops any advancement. But they got the reset. I'm super impressed. He needs to get in the hill now. Pauses for a second, and that will go back in the hands of Lethal Gaming. So the points will continue to tick across Alex. We'll go across to Bomex. He's just making sure no one else can take that back from him.
Even if he got in the hill, though, his squad died immediately. So there was no chance for him to be able to stay up and hold that position. Maybe it would have given him a second, but I just don't think that it would have mattered in that position there. And Lethal Gaming, they have such a short distance to make here in order for them to get the W in this one, and they're doing it. Bomax is going to pick up a double, and he runs in there, and he gives him the business, man, early on, man. He is no shame. I respect the hustle. But this looks like it's going to be Lethal Gaming taking the W here, as it's 95-43. They have control of the nest. All they got to do is just run back and cap it here. And they have no idea that he's going to be waiting around. He's going to have that assault rifle, and he goes in for the kill. Soul Snipe and Eccentric won't be able to stay alive, and that will be GG. Lethal Gaming take game 1.
Rock and roll. I'm assuming that we're going to see a lot of the kills going in the favor of Lethal Gaming. We were looking at the kill feed, and every time I was switching POVs over on Velvet, it was just body after body after body. We saw the triple kill at the end coming out of Bomex. Let's bring up the stats in a second to show you guys how things went down. 17 and 17 from Eli and Bomex. Unfortunately, Cyan Izzle not having the best game of his life with a 6 Izzle. Does that work?
6, yes, that does work.
Yeah?
That works.
Just want to get clarification from you there.
In the words of Snoop Dogg, yeah, for shizzle. For shizzle. Okay.
Oh, this is going to go all sorts of bad, this entire cast. But you know what? We're having fun. This is what this weekend's all about. If you guys fancy coming down, come down to Vegas. Obviously, it's a way to travel for some people, but if you're close by, spectator passes are free. Get yourselves down here.
It's actually kind of nice.
It's an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
You know, we're sending 6 people to Worlds to compete for $1 million. This competition in Halo 5 has never been closer. The event, the arena, spectacular. Millennium doing a fantastic job. You know, we've been treated amazingly. The players are having a good time. Yeah. The event is amazing.
I am Chipotle nearby. There's no reason why Halo players shouldn't show up.
And Denny's.
And Denny's. Dude. I mean, like, that's just it right there. You know? I mean, name more iconic duo.
Coming back to this then. Game 1, 100 points to 43, going into the hands of Lethal Gaming, rolling on to Truth Team Slayer. Alex, True Slayer, big fan?
You know what? Nah.
No? I didn't want to expect that one.
No, you weren't expecting it. I'm a Coliseum fangirl. Okay?
Okay.
Coli for life.
Which you get in Game 3, which
is pretty good. I do get it, which I'm very excited about. No, I like True Slayer. I mean, who doesn't like Midship, man? I think it's just a classic kind of map, and you always have some intense moments on this one. It's going to be True Slayer 2, and we saw, especially in that Allegiance game, if you're not careful, that opening strat there can just be absolutely brutal for you. Saw what Spartan was able to do earlier, right? With that, kind of sneaky strat going on Pink 3 and really catching everyone off guard on Believe the Hype. So you just got to be mindful of that as they get ready. And by mindful, I mean Velvet, because Velvet right now playing off that back foot, they did not look as polished as I thought they would be in Game 1.
So let's see who grabs a hold of the right light. The right rifle. The BRs. You got obviously got the rifles. You got the carbine. You got the BR at the top.
Carbine.
Now we're getting words mixed up.
Carbine.
I just can't.
It's not just the carbine.
I've got you in my head. Literally got you in my head.
BR.
This is amazing. This is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, just listening.
But it's incredible. Bro. So if you are just joining us, guys, Lethal Gaming.
How does it sound?
Pardon?
How does it sound?
Sexy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I like it. It's good.
No, if there's one thing, my wife didn't marry me for my looks. It was for my voice, for sure. She looked at me and was like, "Hey, pero diablo," like she knew right away that I was a bagger, right? You just gotta, put the bag on the head. But then, when I talk, rap.
Can you sing though?
I can't sing, man. I can't sing. I'm not a good singer. No, I'm not. Believe it or not. Are you a good singer?
Absolutely not.
No,
110%.
We got to go karaoke.
If you imagine
karaoke for your vlog.
If you imagine Jon Snow trying to sing a song, something like that.
Oh, I would pay good money
I will
to
always
hear
love
Kit
you,
Harington sing a song.
Yeah.
My watch is over.
My watch. We are now on.
All right,
my brothers. We
are
now moving into truth. It's going to be Team Slayer. First to get 50 kills will be the victor.
No way.
We are moving beyond the wall.
Beyond the wall.
Here we go, then kicking things off with Bomex. We're going to be starting off in observer mode. Show you guys at home the player outlines and where people are going to be flying around. Cheeky grenade goes in. First strike medal does pop up on screen. 1, 2, 3 members. The fourth person's there. Can they get him? He's been chased down. 3 down for all of a second. 3-0 up on the current scoreboard. But look at this, how they're collapsing in. They need to be careful, though, the rotation, Golden Boy. If you look at, they're coming straight in from car side. 2 people will push him. He's forced to go back. No shields now. 2 members of Lethal Gaming kind of trapped in this base. I like what he's doing. Move away from that. Get out of there. His teammate has fallen. He's left all alone. Now Jeriso's between a rock and a hard place. Unless he can get some support. Ooh. That carbine doing serious work, though. On this map, you get that weapon. It is a nasty, nasty gun.
And, furthermore, right, one thing that bothered me about that approach there was, if you just don't get that 3rd kill, don't go, hunting for it, right? You can force that spawn on red, and then you would have pinned them again, right? You would have had something. But because they forced that, they ended up getting that carbine spawn, gave them some great vantage points, access to middle, picked up a couple kills, and while they're still down, they're in a better position than what they were earlier, though. But there you go, though. You're going to have Lethal picking up 2 kills there, and this is looking pretty solid for Lethal Gaming thus far. The kind of start that you want, but you just want to be able to iron out those early strats there, because you could really punish them for those mistakes. And I hope Lethal will take notes on that.
Unfortunately, Kais does die, but I just want to make note on the teamwork at the moment, how Lethal seem to be running in a pair and a duo, just that buddy system going 1 by 1.
Yeah.
Jeriso moves back to his teammates. Don't want to go push and overextend too far. We can see on the player outlines, 1 person actually on his own, overextending ever so slightly into bubble. Now 2 people, they get the call out, and look at this, here comes the collapse. He's forced to go back, down he goes, and that's actually from across the map. That isn't either of those 2 teammates that was looking at him at the time. That comes in from the map, so a great call out there. Splinter Nade goes in, looking for some hit markers, try and find and feel out where people are.
They know they're in blue. They know they're in blue, so they could just continue to pin them in there and force those spawns out. And you have to have a player on Velvet overextend, which is exactly what happens. But instead of overextending and looking to get maybe 1 kill out of it, they got nothing, and that's going to give Lethal yet another camo.
1, 2, 3, 4 members coming straight off the spawn here for Velvet Gaming. Jeriso there, he's in a good place. Here comes the back whack. If he'd have injured him, that would have been absolutely fantastic. If he was more focused on the player in front of him. 1 player goes up on P3. He has no shield, still staying alive. You can see on the radar he is forced to drop down, but then goes up again. That's going to be eccentric. Does get taken down by the BR from top mid. Juicy Fruit says, let's have the challenge, boys. Not going to go happen, though. He gets the hot 4 to the face. Down he goes. 1, 2, 3 on the kill feed, Alex. At the moment, Velvet Gaming 21-8. Things not looking good whatsoever.
Not at all. Lethal is on a roll. On a roll, and look at the way they're just pinned in here. We haven't even left Chorizo's screen. Oh, but he's in a really bad spot though. If he's able to stay alive, man, that's just a huge credit to his team and the support that they were able to give him, which is exactly the case there. He is going to be bottom of the base. They know he's there. What a nade as well, and he knows that there's someone still above him, and he's pretty much just out for blood at this point. There he is. He's just going to have to back away. Yeah, run away, Tony. That's what Chorizo's saying. Run away, Tony. You ain't going to challenge me, Tony. And now he's finally going to get out of that one. I'm the only one who laughed at that, too. This is the sad reality of that job.
I was laughing inside.
Thanks, man.
I definitely had you back there. Here comes the thrust, though. Zooms in, and he gets it. Now, that's the thing with the sword.
Hook,
You got
line,
to make
and
sure that you've got to zoom in. When you zoom in, that's exactly what it does. You also get the lock on. You can go forward. Splinter Nade goes down. Top Gun medal out. Eccentric again comes in with a challenge. But Eccentric, he actually answered it this time with a nice, perfect kill. Move across to Cheyenne Izzle now. Just checking car. Looked under the base. He's got the carbine as well. Now, with this weapon, you want to stay at range. You want to get yourself in a position where your teammates can play around you. So you can shoot people at long range because this gun, it hurts. And it's 10 times even worse when we're on these dedicated servers. So many times you can just ping people. Even if you're not getting the kills, you can at least rip off people's shields so your teammates can come in, clean them up. His teammates, exactly now, teammate will drop down, looking in the kill feed. Doesn't pan out for him. However, Bomex is going to challenge this carbine on carbine. Who's going to be the winner? They actually will near enough trade off, so both members go down at the same time, 32-18. Still, Lethal Gaming well and truly in the driving seat, Alex.
And there goes that camo, too. Who's going to be there for the pickup on that one? I'm really curious. It looked like it was going to be Rose, I believe, or whoever that was on the kill feed there, but it won't matter because you know what? You got Lethal.
That's
just moving up, all up in that business there. And that, like you said, 4 down Sims. They are on a roll. Pinned him, caught him off guard. Okay, spawns are going to happen on blue side. We'll just fly over there and get the kills this time, too. It seems to be like just this is Lethal's playground. There's nothing that Velvet Gaming can do here. They're getting caught off guard, and they're all over them like white on rice.
I'm going to have a quick look at Chorizo's screen. He has gone down. We'll come out of spectator mode for a second. Show some of the players move across to Velvet Gaming. As soon as I say that, they will drop down. Bomex, though, giving him the business. 41-20. Double in that scoreline. This is nasty and not good for Velvet.
Yeah.
At the
got
moment,
business socks on, Sims.
it's just, you know, especially when you get into this point, you really just kind of
Got a suitcase.
adding hurt to the pain, if you understand what I'm
He has a
saying.
desk
It's
job.
like Nade shot grenade comes in and
He works
second
in an
place there.
office.
Juicy Fruit.
a businessman. Oh.
Juicy Fruit though, answering back at least. You can actually hear the voices coming down. Fair enough, he's losing, but he's getting high up and proud about that one. Fair play to him, 44-23. Now we're just kind of counting down the clock. Only 6 more for the win. One person answers back. At least they're not getting sticked. Or I expect them not to get sticked, finally. We'll have a look at Chorizo's POV. He's been playing out of his mind this game so far. Cheyenne Izzle's dropping down. Grenade goes in. Doesn't run up to P2, though. I like that. At least sit back. Don't give away a free, easy kill. His teammate does come across from the top mid and takes him out. Bomex's POV. What's going on over there? I'm hearing some shouting loud and proud on the opposing side. I believe that was Cheyenne Izzle, so we'll have a look at his POV now. BR in hand. Checking where the grenades are coming from. You know, they're trying to feel him out there. Fair enough. They took half his shields away, but in doing that as well, they also give away their position. Bomex, perfect kill. Straight across, takes him down on the carbine side. 2 members, though, unfortunately. He is between a rock and a hard place. Look at the radar. They're just collapsing him. You can just see the ants swarming around.
Yeah,
down he
push 'cause you can't
goes.
lose.
One more kill, Alex. And that is GG no re. We'll be moving into game 3 as soon as that one is done. And there it is.
I have to say, Lethal, man, they're looking fantastic.
Yep.
50-30 on that last one. See him on the screen. They're getting hyped up and excited. One guy, he just shifts his hair over to the side like a hipster. Gotta love that. You know, I'm roasted, brother.
You're always
You
you're a
know,
big fan guy,
I won't be here for Worlds. I gotta get it while I can.
Well, speaking of roasting, unfortunately, over on the Velvet side, only one player, Alex, going double-digit figures.
Yeah, this is not what I thought Velvet would be in, to be fair. Again, gotta emphasize the fact that Juicy Fruit and Eccentric were names that really made a splash at the start of Halo 5. But I think this also speaks to, you know, how Halo 5 has really evolved. Starting to see, you know, the veterans continue to make a name for themselves, but more than ever, we're going to see some new faces come to the space, and take people are really taking note, right? We were talking earlier about Claim on, you know, here for fun. Got to highlight Bomax as well, right? The way that he's been playing throughout this series. There are a lot of new faces, Trippy and Shotzi.
I'm
so
very
many
glad
guys.
you mentioned Shotzi, because for me, he's the one player at this event that is my player to watch. I think the pressure has never been greater. Obviously, UGC was his first event, and everyone's been watching what he does. I mean, his map movement, the stuff he does online, it's actually stupid. You know, you look at the way he moves and the things that he does, it's like, one, never would have thought of putting that together, and two, never would have expected it. He did. He played out of his mind. He played very, very well at UGC. Now, obviously, with Splice, they've been picked up by Splice. It's a mean roster. It's a mean name. Everyone knows the name. You got a name brand. Now you've got a world spot on the line. This is where the real test comes from. When you look back at what happened at UGC, he's gone away, assessed it. They're now a proper team. I mean, I don't want to say it was a makeshift, but certainly they hadn't been together as long as what they have now in time to practice.
Been able to put that time together.
So the pressure for me is on this roster. I've got them at fourth. I think it's a disgusting roster. It's an amazing one. But yeah, just it kind of rings volumes, these new players, these, you know, that Halo 5 has brought us. There's some incredible skill. Absolutely fantastic level of skill. And even here, you know, fair enough that they're 2-0 down as you look at Velvet. It's still a very, very nice roster.
Yeah, across the table, right? You have two squads that really starting to make advances and push themselves and get to that point. Everyone wants to qualify for, you know, the Halo World Championship. There's just 6 spots up for grabs, and they're just you talk about the entire scope of this tournament, and the pressure's on for a lot of these teams. Last gasp opportunity. But there goes the series layout, though. If you're just joining us, Lethal Gaming has been on top. 143 Plaza Strongholds. They started that one out strong. Then we went over to Truth Slayer, 50-30. Again, another strong performance from Lethal Gaming. Coliseum CTF. Will this be Lethal's opportunity here? I mean, we saw what Allegiance did to believe the hype. 3 minutes and 13 seconds was all it took for them to be able to get that 3-0. And you've seen teams do it quicker. So could Lethal, you know, be in that position, or will we finally get Velvet to wake up because they have the talent, they have the potential? This is, in theory, this should have been a much more evenly matched game.
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought this would have been a lot more closer. I am going to look through Velvet's POVs coming off the start of this one, and I am going to be sticking with most of their players. It all comes down to, we know, if anyone knows Call It, it's all about the snipers. It's all about that rocket. That rocket especially can escalate a game from being good to being very, very good. Obviously, it's instant kill when that hits the floor. You shove that in someone's base, you pull a flag, and baby, you can be capping that thing. Things escalate rather quickly with these weapons.
Huh? I like it when you talk to me like that.
What, explain how the game works?
You're like, baby, you could be winning.
Why do you always go Scottish?
I don't know, man. Whenever I hear I just think it's like the Damon Richard Sims, you know? Like, that's just how it is,
Okay,
man.
so let's get this right. 1, I'm not from Beyond the Wall.
Okay.
2, I'm not from the Iron Islands. If you imagine Winterfell, you know, after it burnt down, that's where I'm from. Not before, but after.
Oh, okay. After
it burnt down, that's where this accent comes from.
Okay, fair point. Well, you know what? Let's get into the game. It's time for Coliseum. Capture the flag. 3 caps to win, as per the usual. And we're going to kick things off here with Velvet Gaming. And you know what? I like, let's go to Velvet. Let's go to Soul Snipe. Let's look at this guy. Let's see if he's got some soul in him. I mean, you know, I got to give love to that man. I'm a soul brother myself. But, yeah, so here we go. Soul Snipe. And good start here. Great start, as a matter of fact. Pick up that sniper, push blue, get your advantages, pick off those players there because they're going to spawn there. You saw them too, but no one on Rocket just yet.
Yeah, I just noticed that one. Picks up another one as well. Rockets finally have moved off. It's going to be in the hands of Eli Elite. I can see there on the observer mode as well. We'll stick with Soul Snipe for now, see how many kills he can get with this, and see if they can make advancement with the flag. You can see in the kill feed, though, guys, at home, the Rocket is doing its work. Juicy Fruit will drop down. 2 members, though.
Smart.
Get rid of it off the map. Don't give him that. They've already got a hold of Rockets. Where is Juicy Fruit's POV? Excuse me. Is actually going to be here. Rocket's in his back pocket. In fact, he doesn't. He's already used them up already. They're just taking a look around now. They did fall for a second. Rockets are still going to be in play. I'm just wandering around. They're actually going to be used and gone. At the moment, though, Velvet are in a bit of a tough position, Alex. They've been put on the respawn. They're all trapped inside the red base. And just look at these grenades. They're just rolling in, doing damage. 2 people out. 1 person in maze, gets popped in the back of the head. See you later, Kai's down he goes. One person crouching in the corner. SMGG, no re. Beatdown comes out as well. That's going to be Chorizo taking out Soul Snipe. Take a look at Juicy Fruit POV, carbine in hand, moving. He's forced to come back to his base. The call-outs, I mean, even if the call-out wasn't there, look at the red X's. They're all over his side of the base. He knows he needs to track back a little bit. Then Eli Elite just comes up, takes him down. Perfect kill to the face. And all of a sudden, in the meantime, 1, 2, 3 members will drop. Chorizo's going in the base. Bit of a nasty spawn, though, comes out from behind him. He gets the back whack, but the flag is going to be on the move. Eli Elite trying to stay alive down here in grass. Flag is there, and I like this. Don't bomb in and bail it. We're going to see a nice return come out, though. Let's move across to Bomex's POV. See if they can advance back into the base of Velvet once again.
And I like that play from Lethal, right? And go for it, baby. Go for it, baby. Hit it.
Evolved.
Hit it. Do it for Papa. Do it for where to go. He
Teammate got it.
There you go.
Alley-oop.
I love it. I love it. Combat Evolve. I just want to say, you know, I was doing Combat Evolve before they were cool. Just an FYI. I have the stream evidence to prove it. No, but in all seriousness, though, I love what Lethal did. It was not a pretty start. They went 3 down early on, but they were able to recover, due in part because they secured themselves the rocket launcher. Now we could see Velvet Gaming. Maybe this is their opportunity to do anything with this one here and be able to push this one out. Seems like Eccentric is going to clean up a kill, and he's looking to now get control there of the back cave, but his teammates are going to flood in immediately, Sims, and die out, but they have to wait for this new snipe. They are going to have one player right in front of them. It's going to be Case here. Eccentric having to back away, and I think this is a dead play for him there.
The one thing that I can see here on the player POVs, Alex, is that Cheyenne Izzle, as he run in to help his teammates out, he did have rockets. He went down. He's now essentially just handed the rockets over to Bomex. He's taken out one. Here comes a second, tracking back, looking for his flag. He knows it's out and around. The enemy one's there, though. Rocket goes in, down goes Rum. More than likely going to get a touch on this. Cheyenne Izzle, though, comes back with a vengeance. The flag's been touched once again, so now we're in a standoff. We've got Eli over here in his own base, and then on the opposing side, I'm having a look who it actually is. No one's actually touching the flag. They've just left it to the side for this moment in time. It's going to be Eccentric, so both flags out and about. We're in a standoff maneuver. Alex, I think it's only fair if we actually move over to observer mode, seeing as we're in the standoff location, so everyone can see where everybody is, where the flag is on the opposing side.
I'm actually going to go over to Chorizo here. I want to find him. Yeah, there you go. So Chorizo's going to have the sniper, and I think, oh no, that's unfortunate. Eccentric's going to give him the business. But let's go ahead and see how Lethal Gaming are going to bounce back from that one. Jump into a listen-in with Lethal Gaming.
You need these rockets.
Yeah, he's on our elbow. Step rock.
We still our elbow yet?
No,
They got rockets. They're gonna have rockets on our elbow.
One target elbow.
They have rockets on our elbow.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, those rockets are down. Those rockets are down.
Stab your elbow still.
Yeah, he's in the trenches.
Good go for him,
Still in the
good go
trenches,
for him.
weak.
I died. He's our elbow weak.
They still have rockets on our elbow.
No, play
Top cat.
Yeah, he's on our BR.
Rockets are elbow still.
RBR right now. RBR.
Okay, Eli.
One shot our window.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's do a shot. One shot, coach.
Hey, I got it too. I'll kill him.
Nice, get him.
Yeah, I'm going to kill their flag.
Let's go to their flag, Eli. Let's go to their flag.
Yeah. There's a guy on our elbow. I'm looking at our elbow. He's on our flag.
Eli, they're elbow.
Stop our window. One shot.
Okay, rockets are flag. One shot.
They're gonna try on read. I got it.
Eli, one more. Nice. Oh my gosh, Eli.
Let's
go. Case rockets are down.
They held their flag.
Eli, you have no hope. Play slow.
He's one shot their table.
Look, Eli.
I got assassinated. He's on their elbow. To their flag going snipe.
We got fun.
Yeah, play slow. They're all going snipe.
dead.
Right there.
Waste. One shot snipe one. There's two there.
Yeah, okay,
One shot.
I'm about to push your flag.
Throw on our flag.
Eli.
There's three. They're pushing hard.
Leave. OE.
They might run at window.
They're gonna snipe.
I got sniped, bro.
Oh my gosh, I got no scope. What's our elbow?
There's two there.
Fucking pull this guy's sitting on their window.
I'm out there.
You should be able to stop it.
Maybe.
I killed flag.
Nice dead.
I'm OE.
Stay alive. We're getting re. Yo, that was three with me.
He's RBR.
Guys,
power
weapons, 20 seconds.
Watch
One's
your
their elbow, guys.
Good listening there with the blue team, as there were so much happened in that game. Eccentric gave them basically the T2 combo, rocket snipe. You had just, that was then given up, and you had Velvet pick up the sniper. No one was able to make any moves. There were so many moments in that listening. My goodness.
I'm just trying to look across the board to see if any of the power weapons are in play, and they're not at the moment. You did hear from one of the coaches that they'll be dropping any minute, and all of a sudden, Look at that. There they are in play. Bomex picks up the fresh sniper rifle. Not entirely sure where rockets are. I'm looking across all the POVs.
That was Elite who had rockets.
So they're going to be down now. But tags him up. He's got an in him as well. Flags him on the move. No scopes him out of mid-air. Now the flag's down in the bottom. They just need to run that. One player's there to also pick it up. Have a look at Juritz's POV. He's going to be running this one. He's got cover fire. He's got support. That one's going to go in the back of the net. It's going to be 1-0 Lethal Gaming.
Not bad for Lethal. I mean, they had a lot of opportunities there to be able to make that snipe happen. Bomax, though, again, that distraction medal because he just couldn't quite get that no-scope there. Players are going to be actually looking for a relay here, and this is going to be Eli. And he's just going to play this one out slow, but he is going to get tagged up and just dried out. So that was going to be unfortunate for him. Here comes Snow Snipe, dude. He is going to have that that carbine, and that carbine, just want to say, I'm glad people are realizing how effective that gun could possibly be. Like, all of the rifle pickups in Halo 5 are just so freaking good. You just always have to be mindful of those weapons, whether it's the BR, DMR, carbine, so on and so forth there. Over to Jazero now. So can make some moves on the red side. Maybe he will find himself an opportunity here. Players on the rocket side too, and he will get just absolutely decimated there by Juicy Fruit.
So obviously as we're moving down into this one, 4:30 remaining on the clock at the moment. Velvet Gaming staring down the barrel of the loser bracket. They, of course, are down in the Series 2, and they are now down in this game by 1 flag. Grenades coming in thick and fast. The hit markers will be there. They know where he is. Comes flying in. Down he goes. Let's have a look at Shine Izzle's POV. He is getting slightly aggressive inside the base, but he is forced back. Will drop down. Finds 1 as well. Finds 2 as someone spawns over in the cave. Staying alive, though. Good job for a while. At least we'll get the call out. No power weapons in play, Alex. We're still running on magnums and automatics.
Rockets should be picked up here in just a second, though. And it is going to be Juicy Fruit who manages to get the rockets. And there goes Snow Snipe through. You got to watch out for that. Oh, getting away. Getting away.
No.
Oh, my. Name more iconic duo. Oh, my goodness. He was able to make it happen. What a cap coming through for Velvet.
My word.
That was...
That's nuts.
That was filthy.
You can hear the applause coming in. That was insane.
Way to go. If you were Ghost Naomi, you would not have caught that moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have to give credit to the people and the color casters who control these POVs and do that. This is an extremely hard job, and I have a lot more respect for them now.
I'm doing nothing right now.
No, you are. You're doing well.
I'm just sitting here and just really looking at your face.
Oh, well, I'll take it. So long as we both do a good job, that's all that matters. One YOLO rocket goes and hits a guy over in the corner. Now he's checking rockets himself. 2 players going to be advancing up there. This time, it's a big no-no. They will dropping down. It's Chorizo with the double. Bomex going to give him some support. Grenades going in thick and fast. And actually, Sniper has just dropped. Let's have a look across on the POVs. Who's going to be bagging that one and picking it up? I'm still not entirely sure. It's not actually being picked up as of yet. Bomex not rushing for it. I like that. Use it as a little bit of bait. They also have rockets on the opposing, on this side of Lethal Gaming as well. So all the goodies at the moment, and they have control of Sniper side. Finally, he will go down. Let's take a look at Kaiser's POV. Picks up a double, bags the sniper rifle, staring for the triple, goes for the no-scope, doesn't quite land it. Now, one player's going to be in cave, though. He's got to be careful, Alex, if he pokes out. In fact, no, he's actually running to the back. So for now, he's actually going to be a little bit safe.
Yeah, he has no one to worry about there on the left side, but there's going to be a player tucked away in the back of the base. So they do need to be mindful of that, and a player that could push up on top of the DMR. There he is, actually. It's going to be Juicy Fruit. He needs to stay alive here and support his teammate as best he possibly could. Able to find one, looking for the follow-up. That's going to be Jazero with another one there. And this is going to be a flag run. Can they make it happen? Spawns are going to come out from the red corner. Rockets are going to be up as well. They have to be able to respond in turn, though. Bomax is going to be hanging out in the back. They were able to get rockets, and they push up to the blue bridge. Kai's is going to be there. The flag's going to go down. Can they make the cap happen? Yes, they can. Despite the best efforts of Velvet Gaming, Lethal were able to put their second cap on the board.
Yeah, fantastic job. But I mean, it was kind of all about Kai's rotation to come across from S2 and then just wait for a second. Rather than just go YOLO in and move down into the Royal 2, he stood his ground. He looked up at S3, waited for the players to run in with rockets. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. If they're going to grab it, then you've just got to get rockets and just go in and do what you can. But his positioning was fantastic. He managed to come around them, get the flank, get the kills. Now he's got snipe, he's got rockets, he's got all the goodies. Yeah, he's just being a nuisance.
Yeah, he has to stay alive on this one, man. I mean, I would just pick up that silence AR or something just so you can, you know, not have something in your pocket. Yeah, right? I mean, you don't want to really bring that snipe down there. But look at him. He's trying to go for those no-scopes there. He wants to be in a montage, but instead he's going to waste that ammo. And he has literally nothing to work with here. but he has splinter nades, and sometimes that's all you need. If you're Sims, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Just feed him a tangerine. Why not? It's
Yeah,
an
right.
effective weapon up close and personal. They come around the corner. You slam one of those in the jawline. Down they go.
This could be the tying cap.
Bang! We're all tied up. The dream is still alive here for Velvet Gaming. 40 seconds. Looks like we're going to be going into overtime. Just checking his corners because the flag's going to be on move once again, but thankfully we will see at least his teammate there to clean that one up. Eli Elite's going for a touch for the assist. The golden arrow does come in, so Shine Nizzle helps him out. Up on the pyramid now, 2 players will be dropping down, so he needs to be careful because they'll be advancing above him. There's one. Not entirely sure where the other one is. Possibly going to come across Snipe any second.
I think I just saw him above him.
Comes around the maze. There we go. Now he's up on S3.
Around. Yeah, I would not be shocked if Snow Snipe be able to come out of this one unscathed, or at the very least with his life, but he does manage to do so. No one's going to make him punish for that one. There you go. You got a little greedy, my man, and he ends up paying for that one dearly as he pushes inside of the base. Pushed inside of the base, and that was going to be all she wrote there. Oh, Max now with an SMG and a Magnum. Finds one in front of him. That's going to be Scion. Looking for another one as well. So Snipe, though, answers back immediately. That's going to force that push back, Rich. So it seems as if, for the time being, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned stalemate. You know, we're in Vegas. I need my Texas hat. We got a stalemate here, son.
3 minutes on the clock, and
all I
at
got.
least one thing, it's next cap wins Alex.
Yeah,
so this is it. Pressure is really on now for for Velvet Gaming. If Lethal get this one, they're moving down to the loser bracket. Winner bracket at the moment is strictly on the line for them. SMG goes in, does work. He actually must have gone through his legs there. He's staying alive, so he's doing a good job at least. But being a nuisance, he is going to rotate away from him, which is absolutely fine. He's got his teammate in front of him to give him some support.
I like this pressure that they're putting forward, though, man. I mean, Sims, you got to look at this, right? You have possession of Snipe side. You have, just a guy who's able to just move around wherever he wants and be able to apply pressure when the situation calls for it here. Cyan has been picking up so many kills here of players who are just 1 or 2 shots trying to stay alive, but he won't be enough. He didn't have any support there, as well as his teammate was actually going to get picked off on the Snipe side. And Juicy Fruit going to be lingering here by himself, and he's going to get picked off there from that player who charges up from the blue corner. Not the greatest position to be in, but he really didn't have much of a choice in that situation, given that his squad had fallen.
The thing is, I liked where he was while his teammate were alive earlier on.
But when they died, it was just...
When he was being a nuisance with the SMG, he was applying pressure around the maze area. He had Juicy Fruit from support, and he was just kind of covering that entire rocky side so no one can move. But the second his teammate went down, they all just focused on Juicy Fruit. Down he went.
We're going to...
We're dipping between POVs in the moment because there's a lot of back and forth here. You know, both of these teams want this as much.
Game.
It really is. And this will go into a full replay if within 1 minute no one caps under the flag. Grenade bounce out. Oh my god, he actually got the kill. He didn't. His teammate helped him out. Soul Snipe will answer back at least to stay in the game. He's come back up the respawn.
Calling it. We're going to get a full replay. Calling it right now. There's no way. They're not going to push out. Oh, Splinter Nades. Your favorite. Juicy Fruit now. He's just going to try and push over to the blue side here and see if he can find anything. One player's going to be right in front of him, though. And the nades are just coming in thick and fast, as you like to say, Rich.
Yep, they are indeed. Well, he's pushed him off. I mean, it did its job at the end of the day. Did stay alive. Shine Izzle's just creeping and crouching. We're going to see... Oh, no, I'm going to say possibly even a ground pound town, but it didn't happen. Soul Sniper, have a look at his POV. One-on-one with the SMG. Gets the shoulder to the jaw. Down he goes. 16 seconds remaining on the clock. I'm looking to see if anybody's in a position to pull anything, and it's not happening.
Spoilers. Not going to happen.
All the red guys, they're just falling back until
the blue guys are dying. The red guys are dying.
But we got a pull.
And it's not going to really do much there. And that is going to do it. GG.
Replay, boys.
Replay City. All right. So Red Velvet, though, we're starting to see some life out of them. That was very important, right? They looked like they were down on their luck. They just could not seem to get themselves out of it. And now they're in this position yet again where they can potentially move on. They can, force this game forward, which would be pretty big for them. Take a look at the scoreboard here. We have 24 assists for Eccentric and 23 kills for him. It's actually a really, really good, game there for Eccentric, I have to say. Across the board, though, rather even.
Yeah, I mean, we're just looking at it now. 24, 28, 27, 27, 27, 24, 23, 23. Everyone around the same numbers, neck and neck for that last game. But you mentioned earlier on, if Velvet lose this one, they're going down to the loser bracket, and they don't want to be doing that. It feels like they've warmed up now, but the bigger question is it too little, too late? You know?
No.
You still feeling it?
Believe in my homie Red Velvet. It's gonna happen.
What a
They're gonna come
guy.
back.
Everyone knows Red Velvet.
They're gonna come back. I
Yeah?
believe.
Reverse sweep?
Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh, what if Lethal gets like a little too, like cocky, right?
It's
a
happened
possibility.
before.
Happened before? Maybe. I don't know. That would be insane if Velvet Gaming were able to do that, though. Lethal, they are playing lights out. It did feel like a couple times there, that Velvet were really just reacting and trying to play off of situations rather than Lethal Gaming, where they were in control and they were able to drive home the objective effectively. Velvet felt like they were just scrambling to find those moments of hope, which they were able to do so 2 times to tie that game up. So
I think for me, it just felt like there was a little bit too much passive from both teams. It was obviously both teams wanted the win, but it felt like more.
You look at the caps, though.
Neither wanted to lose, and if you understand where I'm coming from on that one, there was a little bit passive.
You're
Of
not playing to win. You're playing not to lose.
Exactly. You're just being a little bit too passive. I mean, fair enough. We saw some big aggressive pushes and advances into each other's base, but pretty much most of the battles, it was just all going around sniper and rocket area rather than actually inside the bases, which, again, you saw every time we looked at one of the players' POV, they were just tracking back into the base. You want to trust your teammates are going to get that kill, they're going to clean up, or you want to kill the flag guy as he's making away over the bridge. You just want to be in your enemy's base, in his face, killing him, put him on the respawn, getting a flag, and getting it on the move. I want to see some super, super fast aggression out of one of these two teams straight off the bat. No messing around. Get in, kick some ass, pull a flag, get the weapons, and get one on the board straight away. And I think if you do that, though, that's how things are going to start, to escalate quickly, because then the pressure really is off the bat on the other team, and that's when you start to go into panic mode.
Yeah, to echo you gotta get in the face,
get
in the base, make it a race.
You see that clapping? That's for you.
It's not for me.
It is.
No.
It's the countdown to cringe.
It's the countdown. Hey yo!
Oh, here we go then.
Activate.
We have the replay. Game number 3. Capture the flag on Coliseum.
We have way too much
The
fun.
first team to capture 3 flags will be your victor, kicking things off with Observer mode. We're on board with Boom, X, Alex. Big question is he going to grab the sniper rifle?
Well, the Velvet had a great start last game, right? Maybe this is going to be the case here, and it seems like, while they are able to pick up 2, no one from Velvet has been able to get control of the snipey, and that's because Lethal moves in there and just gets all that control. My God, they just wiped them out, and now this is going to be Velvet playing off of the back foot. He's pinned in his base here. Case is just taking faces. Eccentric's going to go down, and Lethal Gaming, they're just not caring here. Here comes Case with that sniper rifle. Can he get some cheeky no-scopes there? Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, but still, despite his best efforts, still doing a lot of damage here to Velvet, but I'm shocked that they weren't able to follow that one up with a cap.
So the unfortunate thing there is that his teammate did have rockets, and he was on top of the base inside the window. He was killed pretty early on. So they couldn't actually follow that one through. If he'd have stayed alive for maybe 10 more seconds, he could have given the defense that was needed there, took those players down with the rockets, and then we may have been in a better position. However, it's Juicy Fruit who's peeling faces right now, having another poke out, goes for the shot, doesn't land it, but his teammate is right in front of him to at least clean that up. That's going to be Eccentric, Soul Snipe also bagging a kill as well, so that's 2 down now at the moment for Lethal Gaming. Velvet, they're coming out to play, Alex.
Yeah, this is interesting, the way that they play that one out. I mean, they end up giving up a lot of control on their side of the base. And look at there, right? You see those spawns coming out.
Panic.
So it was a good approach for Velvet, but you had one player pushing blue corner. You had 2 players pushing with the on the cave side, and there you go. Case and the crew are going to be able to respond immediately, make him pay for that poor positioning.
Early flag cap, and that's why I said needs to happen. We're only 1:40 into the game, and there you have it. Pressure well and truly back in the hands of Velvet Gaming. I don't like bouncing between POVs, however, we do have a sniper rifle in play. 2 bullets in the chamber. There's one. Can we find a second head with the second bullet? No, we can't. That's going to be out and put back onto the respawn. Just going to get the brute PR as well. Grenades going in thick and fast. Eccentric accepts the challenge, though. Gives in the hop 5. 2 members of Velvet will die. Let's take a look across on the POV. It's going to be Kais with rockets getting in their face right now. A little bit of an overzealous push there.
That was a great play from Scion, by the way.
Yeah.
To be able to stay alive on that one, like that's huge. Gives his teammates time to be able to get back into the base and prevent that push with rockets from happening. I have to say, man, there are a couple plays here that Lethal are making that are just like, if I'm Lethal, it's like, come on, we got to tighten this up because we have the upper hand, we have the power weapons, but we just can't close out those kills.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe they've got a little bit too aggressive. You can see some of the players that are coming out. There's diving in. However, here comes the advancement out of Velvet Gaming. I'm having a look who's still alive. It's going to be Juicy Fruit on the opposing side. How come the flag move? Span charge goes in. He doesn't quite land it. Don't find his target. That flag is still being moved, I believe. It's Eli Elite getting his shields back as well. He knows one player's above him. But look at the support he's got, Alex, from his team. Straight across the map. They take him down. That is the bodyguard he was looking for. They're going to bang it in. That second cap on the board.
That was another one of those ground pounds into the bottom mid there. You have to say, man, because of the velocity of which you're moving with the ground pound, it's pretty quick. So you're able to get there as soon as you possibly can. And then he, like you said, he had that support. He had that help there. He's looking for another one. But here as we switch over to Case, who's looking for some angles here. Has that sniper rifle on the snipe side, the side that I really like it. You know, you just want to be able to have that transition, right? To be able to move to the top of the bridge. And he also has his DMR, which has just crazy, you know, damage and just a great headshot percentage on that one. You really do some work with that one. Don't challenge me. Back away, is what Case said. Because he's just trying to get his footing here and work on the snipe side as best he possibly could.
He does have some support, though, but that support is quickly running away from him. Tries to get the no-scope. We're going to see the Hot 5 come in.
I am surprised he looked at Red Bridge, though, instead of continuing to focus on that, because I would have thought that they would have pushed that one for sure.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what they did.
They need to be careful, though. Soul Snipe does have the snipe, and if his name's anything to go by, he should be doing some serious damage with this. He is in the enemy's side of the base. They're 50-yard line. They've got to be careful, though, because if he overextends a little bit too much, they could be in trouble.
But you know what?
1, 2, 3 members, though.
I was going to say, they have 3 kills there. They have power weapons. They have the flag. Let's go ahead and do a listen in here with Velvet Gaming and see if they can make this cap happen.
I got him overextending still.
That's 2.
They're BR right now.
Look at this.
Top cat. Top cat shots. 2-0. He's low top cat. He's absolute.
2S1 weak. 2S1 weak.
I'm going right.
One's on the Rocket Street. One on base still. One on base still, I'm pretty sure.
One to BR with rockets.
Still
Top cat
there.
also.
Top cat.
Top cat with rockets.
RBR, Tony. Top cat, RBR.
Still on base. Just lay out fountain, guys. Nice.
I got one on BR.
Cody,
Our
fountain.
fountain now.
Rockets, one shot. I killed Rockets.
I found
found
crouching our fountain.
He's really weak there. Really weak.
Okay, shot the fountain.
0.
Watch for rockets. Rockets are down our fountain.
She's still our phone.
I'm pulling this.
I need our elbow.
He's in our cave. I'm pretty sure it's cave.
Yeah,
One shot there, snipe ramp. On their flag.
One's our BR. One's our BR. Watch our window.
One shot cat.
One shot our BR. One shot.
Big win, Mike.
One shot our window, guys. Our bridge. One shot.
Is our BR?
Nice.
Our fountain right now.
I'm done shots. He's low.
I got him.
That's 2 down. One's on their BR or something.
I'm
I don't see BR. I don't see BR. Their BR. I don't see BR. I'm crouching up their elbow.
I'm crouching up to snipe.
I'm crouching
They're
up.
sneaky one shot.
Just live.
One shot, they're sneaky.
I'm coming.
I got one shot their fountain. He's killed him. I got him.
They're cave weak.
He's still one shot.
One shot the cave.
Dead. Where's the last guy?
There's one going to our elbow. He's going top rockets right now.
He's swinging bottom mid with them. One
I got him.
shot.
Rockets are dead.
I'll get sniped.
He's giving me armor. He's going their base. Base it towards silver.
I rocked myself. Bottom mid. Rockets are
Our
down.
silver
They have
now.
to
Just keep
reload.
going. Just keep going.
He's going our silver with rockets. He's gonna jump our window.
Window with rockets now.
Nice.
Has to kill me. He has 2
He
rockets.
dropped our elbow.
One our base. Our base in case. He's absolute.
Rockets went back to our window.
I got one.
There's 2 our window. One more our window.
Rockets is one shot. There's one more.
He's still there. He's still there. He's still there.
Ryan's there.
I got him.
Good kill.
One their basement.
And in the course of that listening, Velvet Gaming were able to pick up 2 caps there. Nice snipe there from Soul Snipe as well. And they had to prevent that third one from coming in here. Velvet right back into this game. You have to say, man, that was exactly what you wanted to hear from this squad. They were communicating everywhere where they were pushing. Well, they were even, I think they shared what they ate for lunch. That's how much communication this team had.
I was just trying to look for a POV to go across there, and there were just bodies hitting the floor left, right, and center. We'll stick with Juicy Fruit for a while. Obviously, he's over on their side of the maze. Does go down. Eccentrics found that what's remaining of the sniper. I don't think there's any bullets in it. No, he's going to have to get rid of that one. No more 50 counts for you, my friend. Splinter Nade comes in, does tag him up. His teammate will, the enemy will drop in to try and finish one off.
Oh.
They do. That's going to be 2 down for Velvet, so not good times. Have a look at Eli Elite's POV. He's the one who were doing the damage there now up on DMR. Takes out 1 carbine in hand. His teammate comes in. What?
No!
What?
¿Qué pasó?
What?
Oh my goodness, that was just Eli. He gave him the hands, bro. That was it. See these hands, and he saw them. That was not pretty at all. Are they going to try and go for this flagpole? Seems like they ended up losing the teammate in the back, and I like that though, right? You know what? Don't push your luck, right? Don't give up that side of the map. Keep a body there. Keep eyeballs on the field. It's just so effective to be able to have that Splinter Nade, name more iconic duo, and that will be Bomax on your screen here. Actually, Eli Elite, but he was circling through his teammates to see what they were doing. And we got to also talk about how effective that is, right? Players, you know, if you're coming into these competitions, you got to be able to have all the angles, but they're spreading, they're pushing to the back of the base, and that is not going to look good here. Eccentric tried to move in there for a pull, but he's going to get stopped. Soul Snipe, though. Velvet, could this be it? Can he get out of that one? No, it won't be the case. And his teammates still inside of the blue base. Juicy Fruit, though. Can he get this pull? He does, but that is going to be a rocket right, as Sim says, to the face.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. They didn't actually have that cave side covered for spawn. So no one were in there. They spawned in, and unfortunately run it the wrong way. Either that or a very, very slight bit of miscommunication. Oh, he's still alive. Holy hell, does take 2 rockets to take him down. I have no idea how he managed to get away with that one. We're just having a look on the third person. Beatdown comes in. Big kill for Juicy Fruit, staying alive off of his spawn. Does force them back. Sniper rifle dropping in 5 seconds. One-on-one battle between him and Kais going down. Grenades thick and fast. Coming out of the maze, though. Sniper rifle's there. I'm not sure.
To the right. You know he's still to the right.
Still not taking him out, which was interesting that he looked away from him. As you can see, he's still just running around, sniper rifle in hand. 2 of his teammates are advancing in. This could get ugly really, really quickly if they're not careful. Over on the side for Velvet, checking bottom mid, tags him up, looking for his teammate to come in.
He gets
on the
one
kill
headshot.
feed.
Be able to open things up for them. One headshot's going to be very important.
Bang.
And he is able to get a body shot on that one, but still it's going to force that player to have to back away. Don't go for the no-scopes there. Sometimes, man, I mean, I understand that the situation certainly did present itself. Finds one as well, and he's, you know what, I mean, hey, he's hitting body shots, and his teammates just weren't following up with the kills. That was a great opportunity for Lethal to be able to make that flag cap happen. But here we go now. Can't stay up, though, and that's unfortunate for Kays. But it was a good run.
Eli Elite with the aggression, though. He is going to follow that one up and move in. We'll move into the cave. They're going to be spawning in the back, and he knows that jumps out. Does manage to pick off a kill, but his team on the opposing side will answer back. That's going to be Eccentric looking for Kais. Kais over there. We're going to see a Croucher come around the corner. AR battle goes down. He will win that one out. Bomex, though, does have Sniper. Picks off one face. 2 more bullets in the barrel. Almost picks up a second. He's got 1 more to play with. Can he find a face of it? We'll stick with him until the bullet is gone. Coming in for the no-scope. Does he? Nope.
He knows he's there. Poke your head. I dare you. As that's what he's trying to say right
poke, and
he's thirsty. He's thirsty. Give him a cup of water because he wants to drink. He's looking for that snipe. Can't find it, though. And he knows that he pushed him to the other side. He's like,
pressure's on
bro,
now.
just please, just kill this dude on the back of it.
Show me a face.
I know, he really wants it. But you know what, though? I have to say, they know that he has snipe, and because of that, that's really affecting how they're able to get
that's a sick
active
play.
cover. Good job there as well.
Look at this. Now he's advancing forward, using the bodyguard situation. His teammates run the flag. We'll have a look at the opposing POV. We actually won't because he's gone down. Bomex, though, is making plays right now. Unfortunately, has to reload. Misses the bullet, misses the beatdown, but the flag's still on the move there. It's going to be Cheyenne Izzle running it from the opposing side to at least make something happen. Both flags are out. I'm looking at this POV. It's going to be a bit of a Mexican standoff at the moment. That's actually going to get a return. Can he get a touch on that one? Yes, they can. So the flag is still moving, Alex, on the opposing side. Juicy Fruit's POV. I'm having a look at that one. They've still got a touch on it. Eccentric staying alive. Grenades are coming in thick and fast. This is a mess.
So many bodies down there, though. That's what worries me, right? They do have some support, and they are able to make it happen, but they have to get that counter pull, which is exactly. I thought they got the counter pull. No, they didn't. Oh, and Velvet Gaming are going to be able to get some life in this competition. And they are going to force that game 4. I have to say, I really thought that they were, because they committed so much down low, that someone from Lethal was going to be there for a counter pull, to maybe try and throw it off there. But again, it was thick and fast, man.
You know what this is? This is Curse of the play-by-play caster combo.
Very true. Very true.
We're going to bring up the kill feed in a second to show you guys how things went down. Jarisa, I'm seeing a 30 bomb coming out of that man. Doing some numbers. Look at that. 24 and 23 coming out of Eccentric and Soul Snipe. Not the best of games coming out of Juicy Fruit, unfortunately. 17 to 22. 17 assists, though. Cheyenne Izzle doing some serious work. But, hey, it looks like I'm not very good at math, Alex, but I think they got out just about outslayed. But it's not about the kills. It's about the flag champions.
Very true. And in that regard, Velvet win. Now they move on to Game 4, guys. This is actually a pretty good matchup between two teams that are I would say, evenly matched, man. Like, you know,
It's the first non-3-0 we've seen on main stage.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a good feeling.
It
You
is.
know, makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
All these people at home thinking, when's the analysis and color side of this cast going to be coming out?
I think we've been doing a bang-up job.
Been doing okay.
We play a lot of Halo together.
Not very well, but
I beg to differ. I'm incredible. It's going to be Rig Strongholds for game number 4, and if necessary, Plaza Slayer. Oh, man, these two games. You know what? Okay, given how Plaza
give me
Strongholds-
your professional
I could
opinion.
legitimately see Velvet take Rig Strong.
Why?
I don't have a reason. But I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to commit to it. You know, and sometimes the best
My guess is
analysis-
correct.
My guess is correct because I'm always right. No, I honestly, like, you had a really grueling game in that Coliseum CTF matchup. Lethal, of course, fantastic individually, individual skill-wise. They have good opportunities, good advances, good push-up. Everyone's kind of done their part, I would say. At some point or another, you've had members on both sides go off with the sniper rifle, you know, whether it's pinning them in the base. And Plaza Strongholds, though, or excuse me, Rig Strongholds. I don't know. I
think the
just have
saving
this
grace
feeling.
to Strongholds is that it can be very unpredictable and sometimes a little bit rubber band. You know, obviously it's about that rotation, it's about the slayers. So necessarily, you know, you need to keep on
You
top
have
of
to
your
be able
enemy.
to coordinate.
You've got to push them into a corner. You've got to watch the spawns, and you can just bounce between two. But it depends which way you're going to play it. At the higher level, you would just see teams, they want to push triple cap every single second that they can. And then you just rotate around in a circle, watching the hills, watching the strongholds, moving from plot to plot. With these two teams, it depends which way they kind of approach this one. Are they going to try
I
and
could
do that?
easily
Or
see them going for the setups.
I think personally, I think they're going to be chasing the tails a little bit compared to what we saw in the first reset of Capture the Flag. I think they may opt for a more two-plot setup and just try and bounce between the two and get the Slayers.
Exactly.
That's my personal opinion
Oh,
on
no,
this one.
I agree with you.
We'll see how this one's going to go. Don't agree with me because it's probably wrong.
No, I think that could realistically be how they approach it. Because, again, one thing you had noted in the Coliseum CTF game was it did feel like these players were playing not to lose rather than playing to win. And that could very well be the case here. But here we go. It's going to be Strongholds on the rig as we get ready. 100 points, kick things off here. Let's see how we take a look at, let's go to Soul Snipe now. Soul Snipe from Velvet Gaming. Velvet had an incredible comeback, I would have to say, from that last game. Took everything that they had, but now this is it. It is their winner bracket life on the line. If not out of it just yet, but they don't want to take that trip to the losers bracket. And already, they're just going to push up right in their face and get control here of basement.
Yep, but that will be answered back. One plot apiece there. Needs to be careful though. Looking at the moment, it's funnily enough, I'm surprised that no one's taking control of basement. It was, over on BR base.
No, they flew. They flew right over there because they wanted to flip that. It's very clear that Velvet feel more comfortable maintaining control of Nest and basement rather than getting control of, or getting BR base and fighting out of the facility. But that is just unfortunate. Jazero moves in and mows them down with 2 grenades. There goes Scion. He gives the ground pound dizzle, and that will be a wrap on that one. And this is looking really good here for Lethal Gaming as they are able to answer back right away. What can Case do here with the scatter shot? Can he take full advantage of the scatter shot? Finds one, gets the second, no chance. And Soul Snipe can't stay alive on that one. This is Lethal all over it, man. Good plays from them.
I mean, he gets the reset as well. That's huge. And it's over here on Nest, it's the most important hill on Strongholds because it kind of it tells the story of the game. The other two you can bounce between and you can rotate straight down. Oh, creepy. Oh, Ninja's oh, I thought it was actually going to come out. It doesn't. There's one, gets the beat down. Second player's there. So at least they eliminate for a second that player off the map. So we're going to see no scatter shot, but Bomex, he's just watching spawns, making sure his teammates are there, so they're not going to be spawning over on that back edge. Yard's also going to get turned around, though. 1, 2, 3, as you mentioned. BR base, if they can get that back, they can rack these points up thick and fast, Alex.
You love that.
I do.
You love it.
I do.
I will say, though, that was just a really good read from Lethal Gaming. You were able to pick up basement. You had the spawns pretty much where you wanted them to be. But Velvet does have control of the railgun and scatter shot, so that's a lot power, I wouldn't say power weapon, but just besides the rail. But that is just, good weapon usage there. Bomax knows this player's going to be behind it, and Sion is able to give him the business. Not until just Zero finds himself. Could Lethal get themselves control yet again? They managed to take out one, and BR base looks like it will go and flip over to them. For the time being, they're going to get yet another triple cap, but they got to focus their attention on the nest now.
Take a look at Jarisa's POV. Just checking the spawn. No one's going to be there. He does have a teammate over there. We'll see if he dies. Yes, he does indeed. So there's the red X of Doom. He's going to pull that gun away to save his last bullet at least. Checking basement. More than likely just going to be in the corner where that player is. Unfortunately hits the roof, so they're going to be back-to-back now. Need to be careful. Triple cap for all but a moment, Alex. Two players, though, are underneath him. You can see him there on the radar. One's going to be coming down Whitehall. Having a look now. He's actually disappeared, so he's actually going to be in Long Hall. Excuse me, not Whitehall. Checking spawn again, and they're coming off on back rail, so there's one person there forcing him down. His teammate is taking control of basement, though, so he has at least got some help, and you can see the orange flash, and the bullets are bouncing all over. Let's take a look at his POV. Can he survive this one out? No, he cannot. So they're going to try and at least keep control of basement, which they do. Kai's off of spawn's going to run in, gets the grenade kill. They might be able to transfer this one back and recoup the triple cap that they have.
Just in the nick of time, too, because they were able to get those spawns on the backfield. So that actually was a great just play there for Lethal, right? And 69-6, they have full control of this game. This is looking fantastic. Eli finds one down low, clears them out instantly. Looking now to see if anyone charges up from yellow. Got a couple of ambitious plays there. Eccentric now looking to do some work with the scatter shot. 2 down. Will this make himself 4 here? Let's see if that's going to happen. He can't follow up, though, and he will get picked off from behind. That was going to be a kill coming from out of Engine 2, so that spawn came from the BR base, which means that no one was really thinking about how those spawns could play themselves out and whether or not they can get caught off guard if you're not careful.
Juicy Fruit getting naded left, right, and center. Needs to be careful. I think it's a bullet to the back of the head, so he will drop down. Jariso over on the opposing side did have an SMG in hand as well. So have a look at his POV. I believe he's got scatter as well. Yes, he has indeed. Eyes on the prize. He looks towards basement. Going to check the corridor. There's one player. Banks it off. His teammate does come in to at least save his life. You can see the golden arrow on the left-hand side. I mean, the assist was real. On the outside, though, we'll see 2 players. It's going to be Eccentric. He needs to be careful. There's one on the pipes here as well. He has gone down below him, so he needs to be careful, but they're all off the spawn. He's overextended just a little bit too far while his teammates are all on the opposing side.
Velvet has to put so much into it in order for them to get a cap because they're down by just such an absurd amount that at this point, Lethal, they could just continue to trade cap for cap and they will win. Not only is the time on their side, but also just the points. They're up 94-9 at this point in time. They're pushing into the basement. Oh okay.
Rip.
Goodbye. Bye, con Dios. But this is it, basically, Sims. I mean, there's no chance that Velvet are going to be able to come back into this one. Not with how it is played out. They have a body over by the nest. And this should be it. Yep, there you have it. 100-10. Velvet Gaming will take a trip to the losers bracket, but Lethal looking solid, man. This is a squad. Hey, T-Squared's the one who said it, right? This team has a lot of individual skill, and they've come together here. Very impressive performance out of them. Squads to look out for in the open bracket.
I still have to say, on the opposing side, we did see signs of life, coming out of Velvet. They at least put up a good fight. Unfortunately, Juicy Fruit, you can see on screen, didn't have the very best of games. On the opposing side, Eli Elite, he was loving that one. 15-9 from him. 10-9 coming out of Bomex. Only 3 players across the board doing double-digit figures. But you know what? It was a pretty fast game. Final score, 110. 3-1 in the series.
It's like what I said. Exactly. Exactly like what I said before the game started.
It played out exactly how I described it.
Exactly how I thought it would happen,
You thought it was going to happen like that?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Well, I like it.
I don't have to give no facts or anything like that.
I tell you what, I'm going to give a massive amount of credit to the color casters because this isn't no easy job being able to color cast and control all these POVs.
Credit.
No, I am, but actually monitoring
Filthy color
everything that's going on and looking across the board and doing the POVs at the same time.
Well, I don't know if you know, but
that is not an easy job.
Back in H2A, when started HCS, whenever I casted, I would control it. Like that's how we were doing it before until I started casting more with Walshy. And then Walshy's like, I would really like some more control.
I like, and you guys can't see this at home, but you actually did the hand movements as well.
I did the hand movements.
You got to do the hand
Yeah,
movements.
you got to do the.
And then what you got to do is
movements.
you got to put one out and do the back palm smash.
Yeah, you got to
do the back
that.
palm.
You got to,
Back-
know, it's good.
Get in there.
It's a good play.
Get it out.
You just got. Yeah,
Now
exactly.
you got to watch for him moving around. Now we'll see him. Now you don't.
Yeah, it's over here. It's to the left. My name's Dave Walsh. I was on Final Boss.
Let's go.
It's my legacy.
To listening
you
with
know?
Optic Gaming.
Yeah, but I have to say, man, very impressive stuff there from Lethal. There you have the stats, folks. A team to look out for. A team to look out for in the open bracket, without a doubt. But that's going to do it for me and Sims here at the desk. It's been a blast as always, Rich. Always a pleasure. But for now, let's send it over to Axel.